Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Dear student, Assalamu alaikum. We have started oxygen containing unsaturated heterocycle, and the topic of today's lecture is Introduction to Oxygen Containing Unsaturated Heterocycles. And I will specifically talk about furan, the 5-membered oxygen containing unsaturated heterocycle. Outline of today's lecture include introduction to an oxygen containing unsaturated heterocycle, in which we will study about 3-membered, 4-membered, 5-membered and 6-membered oxygen containing unsaturated heterocycle. We'll discuss about the structure and natural occurrence of furan and various synthetic methods for furan. Learning outcome. At the end of this lecture, every student will be able to describe structure, natural occurrence, and synthetic source of furan molecule. Oxygen containing unsaturated heterocycle. The simplest oxygen containing unsaturated heterocycle is the three-membered ring, and the IUPAC name is oxirane. The second one is the 4-membered ring, and the IUPAC name of 4-membered oxygen containing unsaturated heterocycle is 2-hydrogen oxy. These two molecules are highly stranded molecules, and only its substituted derivatives are synthesized. Due to the highly unstranded molecule, its synthesis is difficult. The third one example is the 5-membered oxygen containing heterocycle. The common name is furan, while the IUPAC name is oxol. This molecule is aromatic in nature. It is highly stable and biologically important molecule. The fourth one is the 6-membered oxygen containing unsaturated heterocycle. The common name is 4-hydrogen pyran, as there is hydrogen present, so it is known as 4-hydrogen pyran, while the IUPAC name is oxine. So we will discuss these unsaturated oxygen containing heterocycle one by one, starting from oxirene. Oxirene is a 3-membered heterocyclic compound. The structure is mentioned over here. It is a hypothetical molecule, heterocycle molecule, which contain an unsaturated 3-membered ring. One can see over here a pi electron, and it consists of 2 carbon atom and 1 oxygen atom, and each carbon carrying 1 hydrogen atom. It has never been observed. The substance is mainly studied by quantum chemical computational technique, as it is highly stranded molecule and highly unstable. Therefore, it couldn't be synthesized yet. And oxirene is anti-aromatic for pi electron system. One can see over here that 2 pi electron are present here, while 2 pi electron are present on 2 lone pair of electron are present on this oxygen atom. So according to Huckel rule, if any cyclic compound are in conjugation and containing 4 pi electron, that is considered to be anti-aromatic hydrocarbon. And anti-aromatic compounds are generally highly unstable molecule. So this oxirane molecule is also highly unstable. Experimental indication exists that the substituted oxirene as intermediate or transition state may be involved in carbonyl carbene rearrangement and also observed in the Olk rearrangement. So it is not synthesized yet, but it is observed as an intermediate in different types of chemical reaction, such as carbonyl carbene rearrangement and Olk rearrangement. Computational evidence also point to the intermediacy of oxirene in the ozonolysis of alkyne. So it is only exists in the form of intermediate in different types of reaction, as mentioned over here, that it is exists as intermediate in the carbonyl carbene rearrangement, Olk rearrangement, as well as the computational studies show that the oxirene molecule is also involved in the ozonolysis of alkyne molecule. So it is not synthesized yet, so its physical property, chemical properties, as well as synthesis are not available yet. The second example is the 4-membered unsaturated oxygen heterocycle, 2-hydrogen oxide. And oxetine is an unsaturated heterocycle. The structure is mentioned over here. It consists of 3 carbon atom, 1 oxygen atom, 2 of the carbon carrying 1 hydrogen, while 1 carbon carrying 2 hydrogen. So as a whole, the chemical formula consists of C3O and 2 hydrogen here and 2 hydrogen here, so 4 hydrogen. So consists of 3 carbon atom, 4 hydrogen atom and 1 oxygen atom. The compound is unstable and has been synthesized, but only its substituted oxetine molecules are synthesized, and it could be synthesized by the reaction of photochemical reaction of acrolein. This is an acrolein molecule, and it is photochemically catalyzed to produce this oxetine molecule. A free radical produced over here at oxygen atom and carbon atom, and this pi electron also produce the free radical. So these two free radical combine, and these two free radical combine to produce the oxetine molecule. So compared to the oxetane molecule, which is a saturated oxygen containing 4-membered heterocycle, the saturated compound oxetane is destabilized because the double bond increase the ring strength. So this double bond is in conjugation with this lone pair of electron. It is highly straight molecule, and these molecules have high energy and highly unstable. Therefore, only substituted oxetine molecules are reported, and it is synthesized but not studied yet due to the instability of this molecule. The synthesis of only some substituted derivatives have been reported, and their properties are studied. The third example is the furan molecule, which consists of 5-membered oxygen-containing unsaturated heterocycle. And the structure is mentioned over here. This is a 5-membered oxygen-containing unsaturated heterocycle. And it is aromatic in nature because it consists of 6 pi electron, 2 pi electron here, 2 pi electron here, and 2 electron is present on this oxygen atom. So it consists of 6 pi electron, and according to Hucker rule, if a compound containing 6 pi electron, then it is considered to be an aromatic if it have a planar structure and obey the other properties of aromatic hydrocarbon. In this structure, one can see that the carbon-carbon bond length is 1.44 angstrom, which is shorter than the normal carbon-carbon single bond, which is 1.54 angstrom. Then the carbon-carbon double bond is approximately 1.35 angstrom, which is equal to the normal carbon-carbon double bond, which is 1.34 angstrom. While the carbon-oxygen bond length, which is a single bond, is relatively shorter than the normal carbon-carbon single bond, and it is 1.37 angstrom, while the carbon-carbon normal single bond is 1.54 angstrom. So due to the high electronegativity of this oxygen atom, this bond is much shorter as compared to the carbon-carbon single bond. Here are some physical properties of the furan molecule. Furan molecule is a colorless, flammable, and highly volatile liquid, and it's boiled at around 31 degrees centigrade. It is generally soluble in organic solvents such as alcohol, ether, and acetone, and also slightly soluble in water. Natural occurrence of furan. Furan naturally occur in different types of plants, but it is rich in rice hull and corn hulls. It is the image is mentioned over here. This is the corn hulls, so it is generally present in this rice hull and corn hulls. While in plant, it is present in the form of different furan derivatives. Some of them are mentioned over here. That it exists in the form of flufuran. It is mentioned over here that it consists of a furan derivative. Similarly, it exists in this form, tauronepholene. Other example is the word menin. Here is the furan molecule, and some other such as anegolon molecule. So in these all molecule, furan is present. The unit furan is present, and it is generally present in different types of plants as a nature product. Now this is the natural source of furan molecule. How we can synthesize furan in the laboratory? So there are several methods available for the synthesis of furan, but I will discuss here some of them. The first one is the Faln-Nor synthesis. The second one is the Fest-Benry synthesis. We can also obtain the furan molecule from the dehydration of xylose molecule, and we can also obtain furan from the oxidation of butene diols molecule. So I will discuss these synthetic method one by one, starting from a Faln-Nor synthesis. Faln-Nor synthesis is initially reported independently by two scientists One is German chemist Karl Fahn, and the other is also a German chemist, Ludwig Nohr. In 1884, these two scientists separately study the synthesis of furan molecule, a method for the preparation of furans, and therefore it is known as the Pahl-Nohr synthesis. And this Pahl-Nohr synthesis involves the cyclization of 1,4-dicarbonyl compound in the presence of acid to produce the furan molecule. So the reaction is mentioned over here. This is a 1,4-di carbonyl compound. If this hydrogen is considered as a hydrogen, if this R group is considered as a hydrogen substituent, then these are aldehyde carbonyl compound. If this R is considered any alkyl or aryl group, then these are the two ketone molecules. So this is position 1, 2, 3, and 4. It is 1,5-dicarbonyl compound. When it is treated with an acid, it cyclizes to produce a furan molecule. If it is a hydrogen atom, then we will obtain the simple furan molecule. But if it is substituted with an alkyl or aryl group, then we will obtain the substituted furan molecule. The mechanism is mentioned over here, that in the first step, in the presence of acid, one of the carbonyl group get protonated and a positive charge is produced on this oxygen atom, and the counter ion of the acid take this hydrogen atom. So this electron shift toward this carbon-carbon bond, and this pi electron attack on this carbon atom, and cyclization happen with the unsaturation of these bond. And hydrogen is eliminated here, which is taken by the counter ion of the acid. Then again, as the acid is present, so acid protonate this oxygen atom, and it becomes a butter molecule, and butter is a good living group. So the counter ion of the acid take this hydrogen atom, and this electron shift toward here and eliminate the another butter molecule and produce the furan molecule. So by this method, one can synthesize simple furan molecule as well as substituted furan molecule. Various papers are available for the synthesis of Pahl-Nohr synthesis. One of the mentioned paper is mentioned over here, that several di and tri-aryl furan derivatives are prepared in high yield from butene 1,4-dione. So using formic acid as an acid in the presence of specific catalyst palladium on carbon, and in polyethylene glycol, 200 medium in one part operation under microwave radiation for a time period of 1 to 5 minutes. So it is a very short time that in this case, in very short time, we obtain various substituted, di-substituted as well as tri-substituted furan molecule. This is the 2-butene 1,4-dione. This is position 1. This is 2, 3, and 4. So 1,4-dione and at 2 position the alkene is present. So 2-butene 1,4-dione molecule. And when it is treated with the formic acid and 5% catalyst palladium on carbon using concentrated sulfuric acid as a catalyst, and as well as using polyethylene glycol 200 media, as well as microwave radiation. So for treating in this condition, the butene 1,4-dione is converted to the furan molecule within 5 minutes. So if this is R is considered as a hydrogen atom, then this molecule is a di-substituted furan molecule. If this R is considered as an alkyl or aryl group, then one can obtain the tri-substituted furan molecule. Similarly, the furan molecule is also obtained from the reaction of 2-butyne 1,4-dione when it is treated with formic acid and catalyst palladium on carbon in the presence of sulfuric acid catalyst, and the same condition is applied, then we can obtain the di and tri-furan derivatives. So this is the 2-butyne 1,4-dione molecule. This is position 1, 2, 3, 4. So at 2 position is the alkyne molecule. So this is 2-butyne 1,4-dione. When this 2-butyne 1,4-dione is treated with formic acid and 5% palladium on carbon while using concentrated sulfuric acid as well as microwave radiation and using polyethylene glycol 200 media, then we also obtain the di-substituted and tri-substituted furan molecule. These reactions are published in Journal of Organic Chemistry in 2003. So if anyone is interested to know about this art substituent or aromatic substituent, then can copy paste this link on the Google Scholar, and this paper will be open where you can see all the details of these reactions. The second method is Frisch-Benry synthesis, and these are also two scientists who synthesize furan. One is the Franz Frisch and the other is Ernst Benry in 1911 and 1902, and individually they synthesize the furan molecule. So this reaction is known as Frisch-Benry synthesis, and this synthesis involves a reaction between alpha halogen aldehyde or ketone. When it is treated, the alpha halogen aldehyde and ketones are treated with beta dicarbonyl compound, then substituted furan molecules are obtained. So this is a general reaction. This is a carbonyl compound. At alpha position is a halogen atom present. So we can also take the alpha halogenated aldehyde or alpha halogenated ketone molecule. Then it is treated with this beta carbonyl compound. This is the diketone molecule, and it is present at this beta position to each other. When these two molecules are treated in the presence of trialkyl amine, then hydrogen halide is eliminated and we obtain this intermediate species. And when water molecule is eliminated from here, hydrogen from here and hydroxyl from here, we can obtain the substituted furan molecule. The mechanism is mentioned over here for the Frisch-Benry synthesis. In the first step, as the triethylamine is present, so triethylamine take one of the proton from the beta carbonyl compound, and this become a carbonyl molecule, and this carbonyl attack on the carbonyl compound if it is an aldehyde, because in the case of aldehyde the mechanism is different, and in case of ketone the mechanism is different. So in this case, this carbonyl attack directly on the carbonyl carbon and producing an intermediate species. One can see over here, this is the new bond. When it's attack on this carbonyl carbon, this pi electron shift toward the oxygen atom and take the proton from the triethylamine to produce these intermediate species. In the second step, the triethylamine take this hydrogen atom and this electron shift toward this carbon-carbon bond, and this pi electron attack on this carbon atom with bearing the halogen atom. So the halogen atom eliminated and producing and the cyclization of this molecule produce this intermediate species. And the hydrogen from here and halogen from here eliminated in the form of hydrogen halide. So in the next step, when it is heated, a water molecule is eliminated to produce the furan molecule. So hydrogen from here and hydroxyl from here, the triethylamine take this hydrogen atom, so this electron shift over here, and the hydroxyl eliminated in the form of water molecule to produce the furan molecule. When we take the, instead of aldehyde, if we take the ketone molecule, so this is the ketone molecule where R is a CH alkyl group or a aryl group. Then in this case, this step is the same, that the triethylamine take one of the hydrogen from the beta carbonyl compound, and this carbonyl attack on the carbon atom which bearing the halogen atom. And in the first step, this intermediate species is produced. And if we see, this is a 1,4-dicarbonyl compound. This is carbon 1, 2, 3, and 4. So carbonyl is present over here and carbonyl is present over here. And this Cl combined with the hydrogen atom and producing the HCl molecule eliminated in the form of hydrochloric acid and producing the 1,4-dicarbonyl compound. And this 1,4-dicarbonyl compound, when it is treated with an acid, it produces the furan molecule, substitute furan molecule. And the mechanism is similar as the Fallnor synthesis because it is a 1,4-dicarbonyl compound. So it can easily convert it to the substituted furan molecule in the presence of acid. As in the previous slide, I mentioned the mechanism of the Fallnor synthesis, and I mentioned it over here again, that in Fallnor synthesis, when we taking the 1,4-dicarbonyl compound, in the first step, one of the carbonyl oxygen is get protonated, and the counter ion of the acid take one of the hydrogen atom from here, this pi electron of oxygen take on this carbon atom, producing a cyclized product. And then again, the OH is protonated, and get eliminated in the form of water molecule when the counter ion take this hydrogen atom and producing this substituted furan molecule. So this is the second method for the synthesis of furan molecule. The third method is that we can obtain the furan molecule from the dehydration of xylose. So furfural is prepared from the aqueous dehydration of xylose using appropriate catalyst. So it is mentioned over here, this is the xylose molecule. And when using an aqueous phase or biphase in the presence of specific catalyst, phosphoric acid, butyric acid, then we obtain the substituted furan molecule with the elimination of 3 water molecule. So this is another important method for the synthesis of furan molecule, and the mechanism of this reaction is mentioned over here. That in the first case is this is the xylose molecule. It can exist either in the carbonyl, aldehydic form, or in alcohol form, because this oxygen carrying the lone pair of electron take this hydrogen atom. So this electron shift toward this carbon-carbon bond, and this pi electron neutralize the positive charge of oxygen atom. So it can also exist in this enolic form. And in the second step, a water molecule is eliminated when this lone pair of electron of oxygen shift over here. This pi electron shift toward here, and an OH is eliminated from here. So OH from here and H from here eliminated in the form of water molecule, and we obtain this enone molecule. And in the third step, another water molecule is eliminated, hydrogen from here and hydroxyl from here. As one can see, this oxygen carrying lone pair of electrons. So when lone pair of electrons shift over here, this pi electron shift toward this carbon-carbon bond, and then the OH eliminated. So OH from here in the negative form and hydrogen from here in the positive form eliminated, and it eliminated in the form of water molecule to produce this diketone enone molecule. And in a third step, the cyclization, the fourth step, the cyclization happened. And how the cyclization happened? Now this oxygen carrying the lone pair of electron take on this carbonyl carbon, and it become this pi electron shift toward the oxygen atom. So one can see over here that this is the same carbonyl compound, aldehyde group, and this become OH, which is mentioned over here, and the cyclization happened. And the last step, another water molecule is eliminated, hydrogen from here and hydroxyl from here, to produce the furan molecule. So when this hydrogen is taken by a counter ion of the acid, then this electron shift over here, and this pi electron shift over here, and a hydroxyl ion eliminated here. So it is in the negative form, and this is in the positive form. So it's eliminated in the form of water molecule to produce the furan molecule. So we can obtain the furfural molecule from the dehydration of xylose molecule. The fourth method is that we can obtain furan molecule from the oxidation of butene diols. This is the butene 1, 2, 3, 4. Butene diol. It consists of a carbon-carbon double bond. So it's butene 1,4-butene diol. In the first step, it is treated with potassium dichromate and acid. So one of the alcohol group is oxidized to a carbonyl group. And this oxidation is a simple oxidation method. Is generally an oxidizing agent produce nascent oxygen atom. So this potassium dichromate produce a nascent oxygen. And this is a simple mechanism that in the presence of alcohol, the presence of oxidizing agent, when the nascent oxygen is produced, it can take 2 hydrogen, one from the here and one from here, to produce a carbonyl compound. So in the same way, this alcohol is converted to the carbonyl compound. And this carbonyl compound is then cyclized. This lone pair of electron of oxygen attack on this carbon atom. So it's become this intermediate molecule. And when a water molecule is eliminated from this molecule by heating, we obtain the furan molecule. So hydrogen from here and hydroxyl from here eliminated and producing the furan molecule. So this is all about the synthesis of furan molecule. Here are some reference books for further study. Thank you.